so this is my semi El Cheapo foil boost system. I hope it works. I put it onto the board that Mark made for me that was supposed to be a combination stand-up paddle and wingboard. And flip this over. It's a lovely board, but it's a little quirky for me, and it's the only foil board I have that really could accommodate this. I put in a mass track, did a more careful job than my usual sloppy shit, because this is a new board, and very pretty, showing all of Mark's usual craftsmanship. So anyway, so you know, the idea is the same as the boost foils, except it's on a fin instead of being directly attached to the mast. It works pretty well. Oh, I forgot, I have to put in a magnetic, there's a little safety switch that is magnetic, that's on the foil box, on the battery box. See if I can get it without flipping the damn thing back over again. There we go. Okay, so safety device, always good. Anyway, it's got a little non-waterproof controller, which I'm going to put into this box until I find something smaller and more convenient, or maybe so I'm probably going to rework the controller so it just turns on full and then off full, with just a single button. But first I'll test it to see if it's even worth bothering with. But I really don't think I need a throttle. This isn't particularly powerful. Although I got going pretty good with it in the harbor in my first test. In the first test I had the box mounted in the more usual place back here, in the back. And it was really in the way because it's a fairly big box. This is just mounted in Velcro right now. It holds pretty darn well, all things considered, but I will also have a strap on it when I'm using it. And other than that, standard foil board stuff. So my theory is I should be able to use this little extra boost to get into unbroken swells. Here's a quick view of my shop here in Maui. I do a fair amount of electronic stuff here. That's about all I do because I just don't want to duplicate all the equipment I have in Hood River. So I'm working on a couple of different electronics projects, some embedded system stuff. This is the system this is a little board that I plan to use for my Towbot, and I'm working on the electronics for that now. I'm also just going to build a couple of these in a waterproof case. They're a mesh communication system that can send your GPS location and short text messages to your buddies. So if you're out in the ocean and you're trying to coordinate something, these are about 30 bucks a piece, and I can load them up with some software that works really well, already pre-done from called Meshtastic, that's made for this low communication stuff. And I just put this thing together. This is of course a 3D printer. It's some of my old drones. These are long distance drones, and were made for doing some photography at fairly high speed and long distances. And they worked okay. It was a little bit tricky to control them and at a distance. But anyway, that's my shop, such as it is. Toolbox, workbenches, big bench, power, junk everywhere, typical. So that's about it. Bye.